So this being my second attempt in trying to enter the electronic mobility game, let's hope it goes a lot better than the first attempt. Let's get this thing opened. So yeah guys, I went on and purchased an electronic scooter. But before we get all into what type of scooter this is, how fast it goes and all that, let me take you back to circa 2015 when a young whippersnapper went online to purchase his very first electronic skateboard. Now you guys who know me know that I don't have boosted board money, so we had to get something a little bit cheaper. And when I say cheaper, not much cheaper. In the end, the skateboard cost me about $600. And that was a lot of money for something that was so untested at that time. But I went on and purchased a Cool Wheel electronic skateboard anyway. Now the first indication I should have had was by the name Cool Wheel or Cool Wheel. And to my great satisfaction, that first week and a half, I mean, it was awesome. Had a top speed of about 22 miles per hour. But soon after that, the failures started to begin. For some reason, the company thought it would be a good idea to attach a detachable battery to the bottom of the board. What made for a whole bunch of disconnect issues, and then I started having braking issues. So within 3 weeks, that dream was pretty much over. So I returned it to good old Amazon, and within a week, purchased Hope, and I've never been happier. So with the Cool Wheel behind us, I decided to give it a second try with this Gotrax GXL version 2. This is the one that does not have that back brake. Alright, so let's look at some of the claims of the scooter. It says here it's supposed to have a top speed of 15 miles per hour, a maximum distance per charge of 12.5 miles. I know it says mile per hour under there, but that doesn't make any sense. And it can support the weight of a rider up to 220 pounds. Now what does it come with? So along with the scooter, you'll receive a charging box. This is the cap that was on the steering column that needed to be removed to put the steering column in place. You receive an extra bolt as a secondary measure of keeping the scooter secure when you're riding. An Allen wrench for the 2 screws that you'll need to loosen. An air hose because the tires on it are air filled. And look here, they sent a user manual. Isn't that nice? These here are the 2 bolts that you'll need your Allen key to loosen to apply your steering column. Now when I did assemble it, I did have one problem with the brake cable here, and the key to getting the brake cable into the brake assembly is to install the cable before you put the brake assembly on the scooter. So you want to put this cable in there and run the line before you actually put the whole assembly attached to the scooter, and you shouldn't have a problem. Gotrax also provided a digital display with a battery readout meter, a bell, and even a headlight. There are 2 modes. Mode 1 taking you to approximately a max speed of 8 to 10 miles per hour, and then there's mode 2, and this is where the fun begins and will get you to about 15.5 miles per hour, or so they say. The charging port can be found under the power button, and this is where you'd plug it up to go ahead and charge the battery. Typical charge time takes 4 to 5 hours to completely charge. We're looking at a disc brake in the back, and here's your hub motor in the front. The motor within is a 36 volt, 250 watt motor that I'm hoping that'll turn out a little bit more powerful than it sounds. Gotrax feels that you need extra safety with this latch that will be installed here, and that you'll go ahead and tighten. So it's a little bit extra security for the stem not to collapse. To collapse the stem, you want to loosen your bolt. So you'll have a red safety release latch that you'll pull down to collapse the scooter. And that's what it looks like collapsed. To open her back up, the best way is to hold down the fender and lift the steering column. They even provide a side kickstand that actually works. So the retail price was $298, but with taxes, the final price came to about $315. So my plan is to take this thing down to Florida for about 10 days and kick it around and see what she does. While I'm down there, I'll be providing an actual speed test and possibly a distance test. Seeing that I'm not from that area, I don't want to go too far and get lost. and can't get back home. My initial thoughts of the scooter are that I like the air-filled tires a lot. Of course, that puts me at risk to punctures, but the tire size being 8.5 inches will provide cushion and, to me, a little bit more stability. The scooter seems to be designed pretty solidly with not too many cheap parts on it that I can tell as of now. But until we put it through its tests, I'm not prepared to give a review or encourage people to buy this particular scooter as of yet. I'll probably provide a more in-depth view when I'm down in Florida. So until then, see you guys later. Kachi Kid out. Peace.